Yeah, just rip the Band-Aid off and get it going, man. Yeah.
The only reason I'm here, Daniel, is because you're here. Other than that, I have no desire to do this.
Welcome back to a throwback episode of the Red, White, and Blues podcast, where we will be doing our best impressions of us from the last 3 years, where we were depressed all the time. But I'm Daniel. He is Jason. Yeah, I don't even want to ask how you're doing because I know how you're doing.
I don't think we're gonna have to try very hard to do those impressions. I think the whole time that was happening, well, the whole time we watched it slip away, second half on, I think I was like, "Gosh, I'm an idiot for being so positive about this team." At the beginning. And then it's annoying to watch, like right after our game ended, they cut to the Liverpool game. And they won in stoppage. You know, they have scored 4 stoppage time goals out of their 6 games this season.
That's
and
insane.
They have won off of 3 of those. That is infuriating.
That is infuriating. It's so infuriating. And like Arne Slot just sits over there all smug and like he does some bullshit. I can't stand Slot. Anyway.
Liverpool are shit, by the way. Anyway, they're shit too. Just somehow they keep winning and somehow people think that we're shit, even though we are shit.
It helps when you have defenders, you know.
I mean, their defender scored a game winner today. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know where to start with this. I guess we can start with the starting lineup because that's where we always start these podcasts with. And I texted you before the match that I didn't hate it. Before the match started, I sent you the lineup and I said, I don't hate this. And now after having watched the match, I hate it.
Yeah. So, I don't understand why Maresca is experimenting with shit at arguably, this is going to be the run of games.
Yeah.
That, especially if we lose or draw to United on Saturday, this is going to be the run of games that is about to define the season, and it's going to be really bad. I don't know how. Again, this is the first Champions League game. If you're going to lose to a team in the Champions League, might as well be Bayern. If we win convincingly on Saturday, all of this anxiety that I feel about this season might go away. But right now, if we lose to United on Saturday, this is bad. This is about to be really bad, and I'm going to sound the fire alarm. Like, that's what's
Oh, man. Yeah, and that would I mean, that's the thing. Yeah, if y'all hear my dog in the background, I apologize. The weather's getting bad here, and she gets anxiety with the weather. So
if you don't like dogs, go away.
That's right.
I'm just kidding. But
no, for real. We're a pro dog podcast here.
We are. Anyway, so back to the lineup. Sorry.
Yeah. I
had a big point about how Maresca is not doing. Go listen to the last episode. Me and Daniel talked about personnel and over the course of the week. That was the point I was trying to make. I don't think he's doing a very good job.
You're not wrong because I mean now. Who do we? I mean, I will save that for the end because we'll talk a little bit more about personnel at the end because it does matter when we talk about United for the weekend. I feel like because I don't know what we're going to do. We'll talk about that later. So, but the lineup: Gusto, right back; Tosin, Chalobah, Cucurella, Sanchez, of course. Reese in the midfield with Caicedo, Enzo, Palmer, João Pedro, and Neto. That was the starting lineup. I think I'm over this Reece James in the midfield experiment. Even though he didn't play bad and neither did Gusto, minus the one time in the second half where Gusto gave away the goal. Outside of, if you take that out, Gusto had a decent match.
Right. Yeah, he did.
Reece didn't really do a lot. He didn't add a lot to anything, really, to the defending, to the attack. Like, he really wasn't noticeable on the pitch, to be honest. But then again, the only midfielder that's ever noticeable for us is Caicedo. So that's not really anything new. But I don't know. Like, I just feel like there's something missing from the team in this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is.
It's Esteval.
Okay, that. I knew I liked you for a reason, Jason.
I'm looking at the lineup, right? Anyway, Paramount.
Yeah.
Let's give a shout out to Paramount. Totally botched the line. Like, what are they doing? I don't know.
4-2-1, Palmer on the left, Neto on the right. In 10.
They have no idea what they're doing. Also, did not miss Paramount's coverage of the Champions League, even though I'm so happy to be back in the Champions League, or I was. I don't understand why Reese is in the midfield and Enzo is technically the number 10 when we could just put Palmer at number 10 and bring in Esteval from the start. Or if you're gonna dick around with it, put Andre Santos in, and then you can sub Esteval in and move Palmer in. Like, I don't understand. I do not understand. And it does lead to larger questions that we had. Again, go listen to the last episode. But like, it's just ridiculous. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Looking at the lineup, I don't understand why we're dicking around with like what was a world champion winning.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back and look at that lineup. But
yeah, go back and pull. What was our lineup for the Club World Cup final? Like, I feel like it was similar, honestly. Like,
here, I think this is a thing with Man City managers, right? They overthink it, and I think he overthought it.
That's fair.
In the same way that Pep lost to us in the Champions League several years ago,
because he overthought it. Yeah,
he overthought it, and I think that's what happened today. And I think that's part of what happened today.
Yeah,
it's an explanation for part of some of it.
Part of it, yes, because there is more that I think Maresca could have done, and I think you share some sentiment with the rest of the online community, which I'm trying to actively avoid right now. But
I haven't looked at what everybody was saying.
It isn't like it's one of those things like Maresca will have.
Dude, this is crazy. This is the same lineup.
Was it the same lineup?
Except Colwell on the back. It's the same lineup. Maybe that's what he was thinking.
And I text that to you at the beginning of the match. I said I feel like we're going with the PSG tactics.
Oh yeah,
but I feel like our players, because of who he was playing, like you could definitely tell in the second half more so than the first half, they were just tired. By the time this game got to about the 60th minute, there was no energy. Yeah. There was no legs left. And I think that's why so many people were clamoring for subs. But we'll wait. I'll save that. But yeah, the lineup. I mean, and I don't know. I'm with you. I think Esteval should be starting every match. That's just me. My dog's probably about to bark because my son just got home from school. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway.
They're enhancing this podcast, by the way.
Yeah. He must have to go to the bathroom. He just ran upstairs. But yeah, I'm losing my train of thought. This is already okay. So the lineup, I just feel like Esteval should be starting every match because I think he's that good and he's that much of a game changer. I don't understand. Neto has not done anything this year that I'm like, oh my gosh, Neto needs to be starting. He hasn't done a lot. I don't know what you want to do with Garnacho. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Daniel, for those of you who didn't hear him, is saying things to his son. Yeah.
I don't know where he just went. I don't know what the hell's going on at my house right now. Like, I'm so confused.
This is a great time. I think it's enhancing the podcast. This podcast is going like the game went.
Yeah, completely just insane.
Off the rails. The ref, there's no ref to be found. That guy sucked. I'm not saying like he's the sole reason, but he did give Bayern 2 dangerous free kicks in our half.
And when they scored,
one of them led to an own goal from Badiashile. I mean, I'm looking at his name from Galaba.
I mean, the point was, I think with that second one, a lot of people were saying, like, number one, it wasn't a foul on Caicedo. Like, he got the ball, kicked the ball away, like, not a foul. Then a lot of people were saying when they took the free kick and it hit the ref,
Right.
Like it should have been a just let him retake the free kick. I don't know what the rules say, so
it had to be a drop ball, I think.
Yeah, so he dropped it, but which gave them even more of an advantage because then he had an angle on the pass, and it was just messed up. And then the fact that we gave Elise miles of space, and João Pedro, for whatever reason, was the one out there marking him. That doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Like, where's our left back? Where's Cucurella in that instance? But I don't know. There was too many little things that happened in that build up that ref didn't get right, in my opinion. So,
well, and then the second goal is a penalty, which I think it's hard to argue that. I mean, Kane flops, but I think it's hard to argue that penalty.
It is
because he does wrong side, or he gets Caicedo to go on the wrong side, and Caicedo just can't. And of course he scores it. But like, I'm looking at their expected goals. Their expected goals are 2.07,
which is shocking.
They just were not that good. Like, that's the thing. We had their number in the first half. I even texted you.
Yeah,
like, after we scored. Sorry. Before we go to the penalty. No. The penalty is the second goal.
Yeah.
So Kane scores that, right? Like, that is one of the expected goals.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So their expected goals is 1, and they come out of this with 3. That's crazy. Sorry.
I don't know how, like, just talk about the expected goals. I don't understand that being only 2, because the penalty, like you said, is 1. The own goal wouldn't have been anything. That's right. And then Harry Kane scored another one.
Yeah.
And that should have been 2. And then Elise had pretty much a sitter and should have scored. And then they had another shot that Bob made a really big save on. And then he made another one on Luis Diaz at the end of the match.
Yeah.
Like, I'm shocked that their XG was only 2. Like, that seems really low to me. It feels like it should have been like 3.5 probably.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that makes the point. Maybe it doesn't, but I feel like it makes the point that, like, they weren't that great. Like, they didn't do that good. Only 5 of their shots were on target.
Yeah.
Out of 16, right?
Yeah.
Like, so, like, it gets, I don't know. Like, it's just annoying. It's annoying that I think the way that we were set up doesn't really lend itself to this game.
Mm-hmm.
Bayern is not PSG. Sorry.
They're not.
Maybe I'm going to go back and research and see if they play similarly. I don't know. I'm out of the loop on how these teams play comparatively to each other.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. I think that I'm more concerned about what this is going to do for Saturday.
Yeah.
And because he put a full team out. But, like, I don't think Bayern played that well. And even after the penalty, Palmer scores 2 minutes later, right? So the game was still within reach. Mm-hmm. And we had like another 10, 12 minutes in the half after that, I guess.
Yeah.
I need to look at when Palmer scores. But he scored in the 29th minute, right? So we have like 15 minutes left. And I even texted you and I said, the nice thing is I still feel like we can win this, like the way we were playing.
Mm-hmm.
I still felt like it was all going pretty good. And we had a game plan, we were sticking to it. And then the second half happened.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the same team. It wasn't the same team. It was the same players. It wasn't the same team.
Yeah. And I agree. And the Palmer goal was a great team goal. Like, it was a great, Caicedo won the ball back. Him and Reese did a great job. Caicedo made a great pass forward. Gusto did the right thing, shockingly, and made a good pass back to Palmer after Palmer passed it to him. Like, it was a great build up, that to me was what we were trying to do the entire first half. We just never could string the passes together. For some reason, we were trying long balls. Sometimes they would work, sometimes they wouldn't. It seemed to be when we tried them in the middle of the pitch and you have a 6'4" center back going up against João Pedro, probably not going to work. When you put it down the right side and you just let one of our wingers use their speed to get onto the ball, it worked a little more. But I don't know. It was but that's how I felt. And that was very reminiscent of the PSG match, that counterattacking goal that we had. Like, it was very reminiscent of that. And I think we're good at that, but we just didn't get that many chances to do that in the first half. And we were unlucky to concede the first goal. And the second one, it was a pin. So it just is what it is. But I mean, in the build up to our first goal, like, what could have been potentially the turning point in the match, and the fact that Palmer scores to bring us back within one, and then in the build up to that goal, Todd literally takes out João Pedro by punching him in the effing throat and gets a yellow card. And you said it, like, I didn't see it happen. You were like, one of their players just took out João Pedro, like, in the build up, and I was like, okay. And then like which they never showed the replay, which I find interesting.
That's ridiculous.
Never showed the replay. Only showed Todd getting the yellow card. Never talked about it during halftime. Nope. It hasn't been brought up. The only replays you can find are on X of Chelsea people, and I sent you one of them. I mean, it's pretty clear as day that Todd just freaking punches him in the freaking throat. And it's like, how is this not a red card? Like, Byron should have been down to 10 men at that point in time. And that changes the match. Yeah, I texted it to you.
Well, I saw it in real time. I thought that they just fell over each other. And that's wow.
Yeah, it's bad. Like, when you look at the video, it's bad.
Man, I don't want to hear anybody else give a shit for getting some VAR decisions that go our way. That is incredible.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, you see him rear his hand back and just swing and hit João Pedro in the throat. Like,
what is up with the rest of Europe touching players' throats and just not having anything happen to them?
I don't know. I don't understand it. It would have been the turning point in the match. They would have been down to 10 minutes. I'm not saying it would have changed the outcome of the match. I'm just saying the second half would have been different.
No, I'm just kidding.
The second half would have been different.
Yeah, well, supposedly Bayern and PSG do play very similarly. I guess high press.
Yeah, they played a high line, so I mean they did. But I mean, so going into halftime, I think we were both optimistic. I mean, I know I tweeted out that I have confidence. I said we're a second half team. Maresca usually is really good at making adjustments at halftime. But I don't know what it was very Pochettino-esque in the second half. Came out flat. Didn't look like we had any fight left in us. Didn't look like we just didn't look up for it in the second half.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was not. We went in with a lot of momentum at the end of the first half, and then we come out in the second half very flat. And it was just, and I don't know.
We never came out of it. We never came out of the funk. It's like you said, we continued to look more tired as we went along, and we never came out of the locker room with any sort of fight. And it just got worse as the game went on.
It did, and I think that's why so many fans were screaming at like the 55th minute, like we need subs. Yep. Like, we need some injection. We need some energy into this team. We need Santos on. We need Esteval. We need, God forbid, Garnacho comes on the pitch. Whatever. We need somebody to come on the pitch and breathe some life into this team. And in typical Maresca fashion, instead of being proactive, he's reactive. So I think everybody saw that goal coming from Bayern Munich. Like, it was only a matter of time. Like, Sanchez had made a couple of really good saves to keep it 2-1. And then Harry Kane capitalizes off a Gusto mistake and just buries it in the back of the net. And it's like, then Maresca makes the subs. And it's like, we're down 3-1. Why weren't you trying? Were you not trying to win the game at 2-1? Were you not seeing us play like shit? What match were you watching at that point? I don't know. It's just so frustrating. And I've said that from the beginning with him, is that one of the knocks on him from Leicester fans last season was his subbing. Like, his subbing is not great. And his subbing has been bad for the most part at Chelsea. He's had some matches where he's gotten it right and subbed early enough, but for the most part, it's 80-85% not good on subbing.
Yeah.
And to keep Enzo on the pitch until the 81st minute and then bring on Esteval just infuriates me for multiple reasons, because Enzo was having a shit match and Esteval could have changed the game, but you give him 9 minutes plus stoppage time to change a match, to make an impact.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't. I don't get it. I don't get it. Santos looked good when he came on. He's looked in his little time that he's played. He's looked better than Enzo has this year.
I always read, like, if you're 3-1 down going into the 80th minute and we make subs, I always read that as an experienced sub. He's just like we've already resolved. Like we're gonna lose. We already know we're gonna lose. We have the mentality we're gonna lose. The players were acting like it. Maresca was acting like it. Maresca was acting like he didn't care, though, even when we went 3-1 down. He just casually keeps doing things that he just would have normally done. Like, I don't think the subs that he brought on in the 60th minute, they, at least to me, they didn't feel like subs to come in and change the game anyway. Because who was it? It was like Garnacho and
Santos.
And Santos. Like,
I'm fine with Santos. Like, I'm fine with Santos coming on, because we needed something in the midfield, because our midfield was getting run through. Like,
but still, it doesn't feel to me like those were like subs that he was looking to. It still didn't feel like we were trying to go out and win the game.
Gotcha.
I don't think our tactics, nothing really changes. We're not trying anything new. We're just putting different bodies in and hoping for a different result. And that's the way it felt to me. That's the way it looked as it played out. But yeah.
I mean, that's fair. And I think that, like, I don't know, like, when you're down like that, you need to be pressing more. You need to be pushing your back line forward, which we don't really have the players to be pushing a back line forward.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen that in the last 2 matches, what happens when we try to play a higher line. They get burned. And I think it comes down to João Pedro was tired. The dude had no legs by the end of that match, because like we said on the last episode, he played in freaking Bolivia. Played 2 matches with Brazil, came back and said, hey, I don't want to play against Brentford. And then instead of Maresca saving him for the Champions League match and playing Gooey, you know, could have done that. Could have brought Gooey on at the end of this match. Like, it would have been nice for him to bring on Gooey, because especially if you're 3-1 up, you know, or 3-1 down, and like he's just essentially throwing in the towel, not trying, bring off João Pedro. Like, Palmer's out there running around for his life. Like, I know he ended up scoring a goal at the end, and it didn't count, whatever. Yeah. But like, you could tell he was tired too. He's coming off an injury, and you played him for 45 minutes in a game on the weekend, and then you let him go 96 or 98 technically, because of the 2 minutes in the first half, 98 minutes in this match. So, like, the players are dead. Like, Caicedo, the dude's just not human, I'm convinced, because he is Conte reincarnated, because neither one of them run out of energy. They just run around the entire time, and they don't get tired. Enzo looked like shit for most of the match. I don't know. It's just baffling me. And he still had 2 unused subs at the end of the match. He still could have made subs, and he didn't. Like, why aren't you taking players out and resting them at this point? Like, if that's the mentality that he was giving off, the vibes that he was giving off, then rest players. Like, or maybe don't start João Pedro on the weekend so he can go a full 90 and have legs for this match. Like, the rotation's just not there. And you said this last episode, Maresca's never had to do this before. Like, he's never had to rotate players before, because last year was just the A team and B team, and it was easy. So he's never had to do this. So
it's just on the job training, and that's what we're watching. Like, which is so frustrating, because we watched Maresca work through some of his issues last season, and like, because I felt like he got better with man management, game management, subbing. Like we grew into the season last season, and for like none of those lessons to transfer over right now.
That's fair.
And then for players to be tired, or to like, we're already seeing the Club World Cup affect us, because we did have like this 3 weeks where all the players were just on vacation. And yes, Enzo comes back a little overweight, and he does not look the same. And like we still have not caught up to the league, and this is about to be our 5th game, so our 4th game or whatever we're at right now.
It's our 5th, isn't it? We've won 2.
Yeah, yes,
United.
because Liverpool won't lose.
Yeah,
which is so frustrating. Yeah. So, because we have 8 points from 4 games right now. I mean, freaking Tottenham and Arsenal are above us on the table right now. This is absurd. Like it's absurd that Tottenham and Bournemouth are above us on the table right now because we have 2 draws and 2 wins. Like, this is stupid. And to come off a draw the way we did, and then to come into this, and then to analyze Maresca's man management and how like players are literally asking not to play because they were playing in like low altitude environments, and then to still be called upon to play this way when we brought strikers back from loans or like from deals that we had already made so that we would have a backup after Delap went down. Like, it is insane. It doesn't make any sense what he's doing. And I dare say most people would be managing this situation differently. And it's hard to say, well, trust the manager and you see what he sees. I mean, because we're not the manager, and I'm not going to pretend to be. But like at the end of the day, if a player is like, hey, I can't play, and we're playing Brentford, like we are supposed to have enough depth to be able to do this.
Right.
And I think right now Maresca is out of his depth a little bit. And I hope that he can learn the lessons from this week, because we're about to get rocked on Saturday in a pretty heavy way, I think. Especially if Amarin. Did Amarin get fired yet?
No, he's still there. No. Okay. The rumor now is that players are starting to lose trust in him, but the board is fully backing him. I think they owe him. I think it's like if he doesn't make it a year, they owe him $12 million. So
wow.
Yeah, if he doesn't make it a year. So that's like Christmas. He has to make it at least till Christmas.
I wish I could get a contract like that to just go fail at a club. And
I know, seriously. I just one time and I'd retire. Yeah. Like, I'd just be done. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a shitty football manager. I'm just going to go chill on the Ibiza coast for the rest of my life. Like,
I mean, like, I'm not going to fault the guy for negotiating it, but like at the same, I would nope out and just be like, sorry, everybody, you can all hate me, but I got $12 million.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly what I would do. But crazy. I don't know. There's not. I don't know. Like, so. I guess before we move on to your match, like, there's not really a lot else to talk about this match. I think it's like it is what it is at this point. But how would you go back and change things? Like, obviously you would, because I think we both would. Like, what would you change about the Brentford match that could have possibly made this match better? Like, what would you have done differently? Like, just so that we can have another perspective on this, because obviously your perspective is valued on this podcast, Jason. And the people want to know how Jason would have managed Chelsea differently.
I mean, what's crazy, right? This is gonna. There is, for all the shit we're giving Maresca right now, like, we have players that are new to the squad that are essentially unproven, right?
Right.
So, but if I'm looking at what's crazy is that Guiu doesn't even get into the squad.
Yeah.
At the Brentford match, right?
Yep. Didn't even make the bench.
Yeah, I mean, I think starting Hato. I would have probably started Hato. I would have probably put Reese out on the right, and I would put Fofana in the middle. And I might have because we obviously weren't intending to play Fofana today, and we obviously weren't intending to play Hato today.
Yeah.
Like although I think Elise had Kukure in his pocket for most of the game.
Oh, Elise, yeah. And now, I mean, like, that's one signing I would have been glad we would have gotten if we would have gotten Elise last time.
Yeah. I'm okay with Gittins, I guess, playing, although I would have maybe switched him out for Garnacho, just let Garnacho get in there.
Yeah.
I would have kept Palmer on the bench. I would have let Yeah, I would have kept Palmer on the bench like we did. I basically would have played as many of like the non negotiables.
Yeah.
But then it gets weird, right? Because it's like who's gonna have. I mean, that's essentially kind of what I. No, sorry. I would have put players in that could have got us. Hopefully, we had a plan to get up a score or two in the first half, and then I would have taken them all out early in the second half, so that they could rest for the Bayern game, and then for the Man U game, I'd put Garnacho in just as some shithousery. But yeah, I would have. Yeah. Because it gets really interesting, right? I would have probably gone into the Brentford game going, hey, some of our stalwarts need to play the first half, and we need to be up. And then you can bring in some of these other guys to get some of the subs out. Although Brentford are nothing to sniff at. I mean, it's a hard situation. It is. But I would have rotated the opposite. I would have, if you're going to play like really good players, I wouldn't have played them the second half. And then expect somebody like Palmer to play the 90 at Bayern.
Gotcha.
After playing the second half one.
Yeah.
But then also it gets real weird because you don't want you want to put a good team for Bayern, but then Man U are in such shit that I don't know, maybe it pays off. I'm giving Maresca shit, but then as I try to do it, it's hard.
Yeah. It is. And like, I mean,
we talked about that last podcast, just like who João Pedro didn't need to play the Brentford game. So I would have definitely taken him off.
Yeah.
Gittins and the Garnacho thing, I just say you let one play over the other. Like whoever you want to play in Man U, you just let them play in the Brentford match, right?
Yeah.
And then, I think you can play some of the defenders. Yeah, that's what I would do. I would have taken the people that I wanted for the Bayern game, and I would have put them in the first half of this game. And then I would have played a little bit better in the first half of the Bayern game. I would have implored them, so that we could be a little more prepared for the thing. But I guess looking back, you did have Hato, you did have Fofana, you did have Gittins, you did have Buonanotte, and it seems like he was trying to field the strongest possible team he could for Bayern, and it bit him in the ass because nothing worked.
Yeah.
There. So
it did, but I mean, at the same time, it's like I would have like Enzo wasn't that big of a deal because he didn't go on international duty. He went to Disneyland and ate some more churros and shit and drank some margs, and had a gay old time at Disneyland. So with his kids, so I mean that's what I would do if I went. So I'm just when you out there, that's what I do. But like, the fact that Guiu doesn't even make the bench is just crazy. Right. In that match.
Well, João Pedro played 80 minutes.
Yeah.
In the Brentford game. I think that's ridiculous.
And then he played 98 tonight. So because he didn't come off.
Yeah.
So he played 98 tonight. So it's like
Fofana and Hato, like Reece James and then Cucurella come in for half a match.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then a couple of days later, they come in on the second half, right?
Yeah.
I would have reversed that. I don't understand. Like, if you're going to trust them to do the game, but then you're still going to take them off at half, like, just do it the reverse of it so they have a little bit more time.
Yeah, and then, too, on top of that, like, I mean, Tosin and Chalobah are going to have to rest at some point this season.
Yeah.
Like, you can't play them every match. It's just not like Caicedo's going to have a rest.
Well, and Tosin's a little older, so that's why you push Fofana in. And then you can push him out second half if you need Tosin to come on.
Right.
I don't know.
And you've got this guy named Josh who's like 18 that is completely capable of playing in the Premier League and has proved it.
Yeah.
So
But then, I don't know. Does not trust Fofana at all, like right now?
I don't trust Fofana. I would rather Josh have played this past week and brought. I would have
Yeah,
rather
yeah, yeah.
Josh have
Yeah,
played.
I'd rather Josh have played.
And then Fofana come on at
Right.
halftime for either Tosin or Chalaba and
Right.
move Josh to the middle and then leave Fofana on the outside. Like that would have been my ideal rotation.
There's several other ways that he could have done this.
Yeah. Several. And they didn't happen. Like, I mean, I would have started. I mean, like, as crazy as it sounds, start Santos instead of Caicedo, maybe.
I agree with that.
Because just to give Caicedo a rest.
Or at least sub him out.
Yeah, or at least sub him out
in
something.
The first half.
Yeah. I was fine with Palmer getting 45. I think your scenario where Palmer starts and plays 45 is a better scenario than what Maresca did because, like you said, he gets some game time and then he sort of gets some rest, a little bit longer. I think your situation with that works a little better. I think we've seen, like, the fact that he didn't even play Gusto at the weekend was weird. That was off-putting because I think, I don't know, whatever. I mean, at this point, Neto's played every match. Hasn't been impressive. It's just so many little things he could have done differently, I feel like, than what he did.
I think looking at the lineups as he did now, he underestimated Brentford.
Yeah.
And that turned into a game that we had to chase and then lost to a draw, right?
Right.
And then so he underestimated Brentford. We go down in the first half. And then in some ways, he just overestimated Bayern and thought through it too much and was just like, I'm just going to play the PSG tactics, which I guess if they play the same, then that is one way to do it. But their pitch is so wide. They stretched us the whole game. And then it literally became like in basketball, there's always a guy that's like can shoot a three or like he makes a couple threes, and then at some point you're just like, okay, we'll just let you do that. Like you do that, and then we'll get a rebound like 50% of the time. That's what we did with Elise.
Yeah.
That like if you're playing a pickup basketball game, that's what you do sometimes. You're just like you just do that because we got guys down low that are a little more dangerous than you, even though you think you can do this. And Elise had Cucurella in his pocket all day.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, you want Cucurella there because Cucurella is the experienced left back, but at the same time, the way that we set up, we stayed narrow, and they were able to do whatever they wanted to on the left side or on the left side, and that led to a lot of dangerous moments. And that's outside of the Gusto thing. The mistake that led to the Harry Kane goal, that's where their chances came from most of the time.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it is, like, I mean, that's the thing is, like, just the switch off with the cross by Chalaba, probably could have done a little better job clearing it instead of knocking his own goal. Like, the Gusto thing was just terrible. Like, that never should have led to a goal. The penalty is what it is. So, I don't know. I mean, like, you can say that they were simple mistakes, but in the end, that's what we tend to do because we're not, and we talked about this a good bit last year about us not being, like, mentally strong or mentally tough. And then we went on that run at the end of the year, and it sort of, and then the run in the Club World Cup, and that sort of put that away. But you still have to remember these are young kids still. They are still learning to play, and there is no, I mean, Reece James is the only, I think we had 6 or 7 people making their first Champions League, playing in the Champions League for the first time tonight. So I don't know, but I guess that moves us on to the weekend at United. Got to go to Old Trafford. So this then brings up the point about, again, rotation though for United. So now what do you play United on Saturday? So that's literally 2 days of full rest for the players. I mean, like, you can't, like, I just can't see Joao Pedro starting against United.
No.
Just can't see it. I don't see Palmer starting against United. Even though Maresca said in his post-match press conference that he's fine. So can't really see him starting. I can't. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, Toast and Chalaba have to have a rest at some point. So you're going to have to trust Josh at some point this season.
Or Fofana, or Hato.
Or Hato. I mean,
But that's what we have the depth for, right?
Right.
He seems hesitant.
But and that's the thing is like everybody's like the quality of our depth. We have the depth now, but like I don't think the quality's there. Like
if you're not rotating, then it doesn't matter.
And when your backup striker's gooey, no offense to him, but he's still this is the thing. We have bought so many players that are raw that have potential. This player has potential to be good, but they're not good yet, but we make them our backups.
Right.
And so like some of them, like Santos, we sent out on loan with Strasbourg. Paez, we're doing the same thing with Paez. So we do it right with some players, but then other players we don't. Like Gittins needs to be on loan somewhere. He doesn't need to be starting for Chelsea. Garnacho, fine if he starts because at least he has Premier League experience, albeit with United, but I don't rate him that highly, but at least he has some experience in the Premier League. At least he's played, I think, like 60, 70 something matches in the Premier League. So like he at least has that experience and knows what he's doing and knows what he's getting into. So it's in our back, and like Hato, he has a lot of experience, but he has no Premier League experience. Like you're coming from the Dutch league to the Premier League, big step up there. So I don't know. Our backups are okay. Like they're not like great. Like they're not like Esteban right now, because you consider him a backup, is the only backup in my eyes that makes any kind of significant impact when he comes on the pitch.
Looked great in 10 minutes today.
Yeah, who would have thought that? Yeah. But so like where do we go from here this weekend, Jason? Like who
I don't know.
Like that's my worry about United this weekend is like how do we rotate this?
Like
we're flying back from Bayern Munich right now.
He's in a hard situation, but he's also put himself in a harder situation.
Yeah. I don't know. Like that's what worries me about United this weekend is because like I don't know what we're going to do. Like you can't keep asking Caicedo to play on 2 and 3 days rest. Like, and then we have freaking, is it Tuesday? Do we turn around and play Tuesday in the Champions League next week, I think?
I think it's 2 weeks.
No, I think it's next week. I think it's next Tuesday.
Oh, man. Okay.
No, you're right. It is. Wait, huh?
I thought it was Benfica at home, but.
It is Benfica at home.
You're right. We play the EFL Cup.
So we have, So why does FOTMOB not have our Champions League fixtures on here?
They do. We played Tuesday the 30th, is our next Champions League match.
My FOTMOB's just messed up.
Man, FOTMOB is screwing you.
There goes the other one. No.
Okay, we should not be fielding.
Okay.
Yeah, we play Lincoln in the EFL.
I see what you're saying. So, you're right. Benfica's in 2 weeks. We play EFL Cup this next week.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. So,
but that's another that's another chance for Maresca to F up the rotation because then we have Liverpool on that Saturday that we play Benfica.
And that's crazy. But I mean, and Benfica's going to get Saturday. Yeah. So Tuesday. So we play Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday.
Saturday.
Yep.
Yep. And maybe Maresca's looking ahead, but I don't think so.
I just don't.
I think he took a risk against Brentford, and it's not paying off.
Yeah.
Like that's what happened. He overestimated them, and he put out like a really strong lineup with like a few guys that maybe should have came in second half instead of the first half if he was going to play them, and wanted to field, even though you can't say that for João Pedro because João Pedro played both games. So I can't see João Pedro starting at all. I see Palmer starting. I see Caicedo starting. Probably even Enzo.
Do you think he starts Palmer?
I think he would. Yeah, I think he will start Palmer.
I just can't, man. Like, I don't know. I
know he just came back, but
I mean, like, I guess you have to look at it this way too. Tuesday, dear God, it better be Esteval, Santos, and it better be every damn backup that we have playing.
It better be academy players.
He better put Wesley Fofana leading the line at striker.
Yes,
for all I care. Like,
yeah, I agree.
Palmer, Joao Pedro, like, I don't even want them on the bench. I don't even want them touching the freaking. I don't even care. This, you know me. My stance on the NFL Cup has always been I could give a shit less about this cup.
Right.
So
right.
I mean, it's just like such a quick turnaround recovery wise, you know. So
yeah, he's put himself in a bad situation. I'm not saying it was an easy situation to begin with.
I mean, Delop went down, not his fault.
Right.
Colwell went down, not his fault. Like, injuries.
It just doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just would have saved. I would have saved some for. And if you're gonna come out and you're gonna look like you just want to lose to Bayern anyway, then, like, just put the scrubs out. Not the scrubs. I don't really think we have scrubs. We just have like some depth that isn't proven in the Premier League, and it's showing.
Yeah,
and
for sure. And they're not experienced in the Champions League either.
Yeah, so and you have people coming back from injury, and you have people coming that are like out of shape a little bit. So the summer has not done us any favors, and it, like, we're getting people integrated into the teams more slowly than I would have liked. So, but I would still rather prioritize the Premier League, I think, at this point, because I still think we can get out of our group, but we'll see. I don't know. If we better win the games we're supposed to win, and we better win one or two of the other games.
Yeah, so, for sure.
We can't afford to draw. That's for sure.
Benfica has draw written all over it too, or we lose because the chosen one will be back by then, and so
yeah.
But I guess you want to make predictions for the weekend?
Yes, my optimism's gonna bite me in the ass again.
Okay.
Here.
So I officially did get the score right today, though. We do need to say that, Jason.
I know, and that's the thing. My optimism is like screwing me. You're like 2 for 2 right now. That's amazing.
Well, 2 for like the last 6? 2 for 6 this year?
Yes, but you're like, sorry, you got 2 in a row. That's what I meant.
Yeah, 2 in a row. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we all get lucky once in a while, man. We all get lucky once in a while. The question is, I guess, with this weekend is the question I'm asking myself when I predict the score is, I mean, I'm trying to factor in the rotation because that's what screws everything up. Like, I feel like if we were just putting our best team out there, we would probably score 5 goals against United. I would predict like 5-1. That would be how optimistic I am about this match. But I don't know because of the rotation. And dear God,
this match is going to be scrappy, dude.
Maresca better, for the love of God, start Garnacho. This is the only match I care if Garnacho starts in all season. Like, I'm not a Garnacho supporter. I don't rate Garnacho as high as a lot of people do. But damn it, he better start this match because I want to see him put some bangers in the goal. So let's make a prediction, man.
I have something. I don't know.
I'm torn between 2 scores.
I'm still going optimism. So spoilers.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
2-1
Chelsea.
Man United. All right, sorry, Chelsea.
Oh, you went. I was going 2-1 was my other option.
What? It would technically be 1-2. Yeah, 1-2 Chelsea.
Yeah.
Sorry.
3-1 Chelsea. I don't know. I don't do it that way. I just say Chelsea. Who I said. 3-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea come out on top. Yeah. I don't know why I said United. This game's got me rocked, man.
So no, I think what you're doing, Jason, is you said that, and then if United win 2-1, you'll just go back and selectively edit the podcast.
Yes.
And you'll be like, no, see, I said 2.
Exactly.
So you're playing both sides. You're being cheeky here.
Yeah. I almost went draw, but I don't know. I want to
I
win.
think somebody wins.
So I'm going to say win.
I think somebody wins. I'm hoping it's us. I think we are better than them. The rotation thing just scares me, which is why I wanted to go 2-1. But I do think Garnacho bags a brace in this match at Old Trafford. He will bag a brace, and somebody else will score a goal also. Maybe Esteval.
Yeah, I got to think Maresca's been like, hey, guys, I really need you to step up for a week. And then I'm playing nothing but scrubs in the Lincoln match.
Yeah.
And I got to think that's happening. So I imagine he still puts out a pretty solid lineup.
That's a good theory. But dear God, I do not want to see Neto start.
He's just begging for an injury, or he's begging for something.
He is, and that's the problem you're running into when you start playing these players so much is the injury concern that you have. And Palmer already coming off an injury. That's what scares me. But at some point you can't handle everybody like with kid gloves either. Like you just have to play. But when you're telling me I can start Garnacho on the left and Esteval on the right, I see no drop off from Neto and Gittins. So I see actually better quality on the pitch. So
yeah, I agree.
Anyway, I guess tell these people where they can find us, Jason, and we will get out of here.
Yeah, we're on X, Instagram, Substack. Go read us in writing. We made it easy for you. You can find us on all of those platforms at the same name, same handle down below if you haven't seen it already. It's at Red White Blues FC.
That's right. Listen to us wherever you listen to your podcast at Spotify, Apple. We are on YouTube, but we do that stuff too. If you want to look at our ugly mugs, we are there as well. And we like, subscribe, follow, whatever you do there. And until next time. Wait, before we go, are we live streaming Saturday?
Oh, probably not.
Boo-hoo. I know what you're doing instead of that. Blech. Anyway, no, it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, until next time, we'll get you guys and gals on the flip side.
Chelsea, you let me down today, and you need to feel I'm disappointed in you, and I think Daniel is too. And in some ways, that hurts worse. So do better. Flippity floppity.